Boxing has always had its boogeyman fighters so dangerous, so skilled, that no one wants to step in the ring with them. Names like Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, and Gennady Golovkin all carried that aura of invincibility. But today, there's a new monster in town, Naoya, the monster Inoue. With a perfect blend of speed, power, precision, and ruthless efficiency, Inoue has dismantled world champions and moved through weight classes like a ghost, leaving destruction in his wake.
Inoue went against the rope. Good right hand off the rope. He's fighting off the ropes now. There's not a part of his game I haven't seen. He's been everybody this fight. Good right hand to the body. Good jab. I mean, I don't. Paul Butler can't hit him with shit. Look, you see that? The footwork and the head movement. Back right to that left came so fast after the right to the body. Yeah, he hurt him. Butler's down. That's it. He's knocked out. 11th round. He broke him down and knocked him out. That is amazing because he tried to open him up. He tried to counter him. He tried to give him confidence. He chased him the whole time. He found a way to pick that lock and knock him out. That's an all-time great fight.
But is he truly the scariest boxer alive? And if so, what makes him such a nightmare? Let's break it all down. Ask any trainer, any boxer, or any analyst. What makes a perfect fighter? You'll hear things like speed, lightning-fast reflexes and hand speed, power, knockout power in both hands, ring IQ, the ability to read opponents and adapt mid-fight, defense, the ability to avoid damage while remaining aggressive. Naoya Inoue checks every single box. He doesn't just throw punches, he lands them perfectly, breaking opponents down systematically.
Hey, look up this young fighter called the Monster. You ever hear Monster?
No.
Japanese fighter called Monster. This is a monster.
Crazy dude?
Yeah, let's check him out, man. Ikuki, what's his name?
Is it this guy, Naoya?
Yeah, let's look at some of his fights. He's a mean fella.
Where's he fight?
He's a Japanese, 118 pounds. But wow, he was like 108.
Boxing?
He's a mean son of a... Oh yeah, you gotta see this bad motherfucker. He don't look like much. He's better than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was little like that. Just as good.
He looks like a pop star.
Oh, wait till he get on these.
The most efficient hunting machine in all of boxing.
He's vicious. The Monster.
Oof.
That's a bad guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh.
118?
Yeah, 118
who the hell
pounds.
fights in that division?
Bantamweights.
Yeah, but who?
Some bad motherfuckers. Yeah, some killers. Ooh, break him. Ooh, the Monster. He beat him so easy.
Oh, I love it.
The Monster.
It's a good piece, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it gave me goosebumps.
Fucking Monster. He's a mean little...
Devastating body shots. His ability to attack the body is reminiscent of legends like Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., elite footwork. He moves effortlessly, always balanced, always ready to strike. Knockout power in every division. Whether at 108, 115, 118, or now 122 pounds, his power remains a terrifying weapon. When you have Mike Tyson, one of the scariest knockout artists in boxing history, calling you a monster, you know you're special. Tyson watched Inoue's fights and couldn't believe what he was seeing. This guy is vicious. He's got power, speed, precision. It's like watching a young Manny Pacquiao, but better.
Japanese fighter is the best fighter. In my opinion, I'm nobody, but I think it's the best fighter. He's 122 now, right?
122, he'd be going to 135.
Why don't they fight 132, something like that? Yeah.
Coming from Tyson, that's a massive statement. Tyson even admitted that watching the Inoue fight gave him goosebumps, something he rarely says about modern fighters. If there's anyone who understands explosive, high-volume power punchers, it's Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao has publicly stated that Inoue is his favorite fighter right now and sees him as the next great Japanese boxing legend.
Do you still watch boxing now? Are you still into it? Do you enjoy watching boxing?
Yeah, because, boxing is my passion, so that's why I'm enjoying watching boxing.
Do you have a favorite fighter now that's active?
Right now, Asian, like Naoya,
Inoue, amazing fighter.
He's a good fighter. and I hope that he will accomplish in different weight division also.
Yeah, he probably will. Such a quality fighter.
Coming from an 8-division world champion, this is a huge endorsement. Pacquiao believes that Inoue can move up in weight successfully, just as he did, but is there a limit to how far he can go? Roy Jones Jr., one of the most skilled multi-weight champions in boxing history, believes Naoya Inoue is the real #1 pound-for-pound fighter. His reasoning? People don't know him because we don't have big fighters in his division in the US. But look at what he does in the ring. He dominates everyone. Jones argues that if Inoue fought in the US more often, his status as boxing's best would be undeniable.
Paying him every year, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him the credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there, I think that dude really is pound for pound #1. He just don't have the competition at that weight class to have that big fight to get it right now. And the United States don't know him because we don't have big fighters in his weight class over here that we know that good.
We only seen him against Fulton.
You feel me? So
he dominated Fulton.
You feel me? The one that we did have, look what he did to him. So he really #1 pound for pound, but because he don't have the opposition to prove it, I gotta leave Bud there.
Right.
One of the most explosive knockout artists in boxing, Gervonta Davis, was asked about potential future fights. And guess who he mentioned? Naoya Inoue. Davis has studied Inoue's fights and sees him as an elite fighter, even saying, his footwork, timing, and shot placement are crazy. I'd love to fight him one day. Could we see a super fight between Inoue and Davis down the line? If so, at what weight?
Inoue is the color hair. No, he is good. 21-0, undefeated. He's a 3-division champion. He's a big puncher. He was champion 112.
Fuck Bam a puncher. He is good.
Who's that? Inoue. Yeah, he's fighting this weekend.
He is good. I'm gonna watch him.
That's the one you asked where he come from. Yeah. He's Japanese.
Good. His placements and everything.
Footwork.
Yeah.
Defense.
He's 29 years old, and I said that 28. But I said that Manny Pacquiao and Triple G didn't get famous till after they were 30. Tank, are you willing to go down to 118 and fight him?
I can't get to 118.
But if you could, it would be fireworks.
Many believed Inoue was too good to be tested until he fought Nonito Donaire in 2019. The first fight was a war, with Donaire pushing Inoue to his limits. But Inoue still won convincingly, despite suffering a fractured orbital bone. Then came the 2022 rematch. This time, Inoue destroyed Donaire in 2 rounds. Donaire went on to mention, Inoue is the strongest and toughest fighter I've ever faced. That statement means a lot, considering Donaire has fought killers like Guillermo Rigundo, Carl Frampton, and Jorge Arce.
When it comes down to a lot of things, you know, I think the best guy that I face, and maybe perhaps if I was younger, it might be a different story, but at the moment of who I am in this time, I would say Inoue is the toughest that I've faced, or the strongest that I've faced.
You mentioned Inoue as probably or potentially the best fighter that you faced in your career. What is it about him that gives you that distinction?
I think it was like facing the younger me. You know, there's just a lot of similarities in terms of power, explosiveness, and sometimes intelligence. You know, but I think a lot of it is given the similarities is what makes it more difficult.
Former welterweight champion Sean Porter believes that Inoue has the potential to become the next Manny Pacquiao, not just in terms of skill, but also in terms of global appeal. However, Porter also raised a key point. If Inoue wants to be a worldwide superstar, he needs to fight more in the US.
Listen, before we get to
like the first 3.
We got to preview Haney and Garcia. We got some time left, but we got to get to this whole madness on this whole Naoya Inoue madness on Twitter. He said,
I know a thing or two.
I ain't in this.
I know a thing or two about, running into problems.
Listen, for context, if you did, I don't know if they clipped it wrong or what. The question that was presented to me by Jim, do you think Inoue should come to the United States? Not, do you think he needs to come to the United States? If he said needs, I heard should. So let me go on record for saying that. But basically, what I was trying to convey to the audience is I think that this is exactly what I said. I think it depends on what Naoya Inoue wants. Does he want to be a star in boxing, or does he want to be a star in Japan? He's clearly a star in Japan. I'm going to go on record for saying it. I wouldn't leave Japan. If I'm a star at home, why would I leave home?
Ryan Garcia, one of the biggest names in boxing today, sees himself fighting Inoue one day, possibly at 140 pounds. Ryan Garcia, if it happens in Japan, it would be one of the biggest pay-per-views ever. Could Inoue move up that high? Would he still be as dominant? Status.
Because I believe Inoue can become a multiple weight world champion. So I'm thinking, what if one day we fight at 140? I'm talking about future, and we do it in Japan. It'll be huge, huge. Mark my words. If it somehow plays out that way, I think that fight will be one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time. Remember, I just said that.
While most experts praise Inoue, promoter Eddie Hearn has a different view. Hearn claims that Inoue is avoiding challenges at super bantamweight and isn't fighting the toughest available opponents. Inoue has been ordered twice to fight Murodjon Akhmadaliev, but he hasn't taken the fight. He needs to prove himself further. Is there truth to this, or is it just promoter talk? The key question about Naoya Inoue is how far he can rise through the weight classes. Having dominated at 108, 115, 118, and 122 pounds, he now faces speculation about his effectiveness at 126 and beyond. Can his power and speed hold up against naturally bigger fighters, especially at 130 or 135 pounds, where elite names like Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis compete?
Inoue is straight ducking MJ Akhmadaliev. He's been ordered to fight him twice, right? He's had 2 gimme fights now instead of fighting Akhmadaliev. And now, well, tomorrow, no, Monday, the WBA will write to Naoya Inoue and they will say, enough's enough. You have to fight Akhmadaliev next, or you will be stripped of your WBA world title. He has ducked Akhmadaliev twice after an order. Now he's getting ordered for a 3rd time, and he will give up his right as undisputed champion rather than make a mandatory defense against Akhmadaliev. What? Tell me a better fight at 122 than Inoue against Akhmadaliev. It doesn't exist. So you're ducking the best fight in the division. And I can't understand it.
While some believe his skills will carry him through, others argue his size may limit his dominance as he moves up. As of now, Inoue's resume is already Hall of Fame worthy. Multiple division world champion, undisputed at bantamweight, dominated every opponent he's faced. If he continues at this pace, he could go down as the greatest Japanese boxer of all time and maybe one of the greatest boxers ever. But what do you think? Is Naoya Inoue the scariest boxer in the world today, or is the hype overrated?